Thank you, Mr. Chairman. As an Pentagon alum, been on the other side of there, thank you for coming. So broadly speaking, I think we all agree that the Pentagon has been providing this support for many decades. Is there an effort to get to the point where the Pentagon's not providing the supports, or is there, if we looked at the DHS appropriation and looked at what you're being requested, is that roughly match, or is there some reason that the National Guard Bureau in particular wants to or needs to or provides training and readiness value of continuing to provide this support? Or have we all just become very comfortable with this kind of steady state?
Sir, I would say the Department of Homeland Security, Customs, and Border Patrol, they obviously deploy a larger number of agents, a larger number of resources to the border. DOD's role is to augment them. Now, as situations arise, and they have varied over the years, but there has been a steady stream for decades where the Defense Department has provided that support. Sometimes the nature is adjusted over time, but it's been
contingencies
there.
Aside or spikes, but just a trend line.
And it's really a resourcing issue outside the Defense Department.
DHS's resources have increased.
Yes, sir.
Right, and the chairman noted that the apprehensions have decreased. Are you seeing, bottom line, are you seeing an increase or decrease in requests over time, over, say, the last several years, aside from the recent caravan coming from DHS?
In the last year, we have seen an uptick, if you will, in the requests due to the increased activities and the flow. And again, I mean, the volume is instructive. Last year, over 500,000 apprehensions by our law enforcement authorities. A larger number of people entered the country and were not apprehended. Last 2 years alone, a larger number than the population of Washington, D.C. have been apprehended, or a city the size of San Francisco.
Right.
Apprehensions in 2 years.
On the active duty side, I'd like to echo Ms. Stefanik, my colleague, and I'd be very interested in what are the active duty troops not doing? I mean, what was the opportunity cost? Did they miss training rotations? Are they in the lineup for deployment? The effect on dwell time, just understanding better that cost. And then finally, I'd like to echo Mr. Scott in the importance of JIATF South. Secretary of Navy Spencer has indicated that ships are critical to the deterrent of drugs coming across our waterways. Admiral Kidd indicated we're only stemming about a quarter of what we're detecting, 1/4. Is there any reconsideration for the Navy providing more assets to Southcom, particularly LCS, which would be uniquely suited for that mission?
Sir, it's not a Navy call. And so I go back to the National Defense Strategy, and as unpopular as it is a ruthless prioritization. And I don't think that anybody in uniform disagrees at the severity of the drug problem. But
The gentleman's time has expired. So, okay,
Fair enough.
good there. Ms. Slotkin?